Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is a very quick overview of the assignment Disco Functions. So this is a virtual robotics challenge and I'm spreading this out over 6 days, so this is the last thing you're going to do for me this year. So our purpose in this is to explore functions and printing. We're going to use functions which in the VEX VR world is called MyBlocks, and you're going to control outputs, and that's robot movement using functions. Also, you're going to learn to use the print console, and you're going to record the information in the print console as the program progresses. Then you're going to evaluate and improve your initial program design. Let me point out, this is the button you use to turn on the monitor. This is the section where we used a list as a stopwatch in the previous assignment. And at the bottom, you see the Save button. So this is a print console, and if you click Save, it will save the print console output as a text file. This is the timeline for this project. It's going to take 6 days. The first day, I want you to take notes. Take notes about how to use MyBlocks. Take notes about how to use the print console. And then on day 2, you're going to develop your pseudocode and start your initial version. And that's where you're going to submit some pseudocode for me. Then on day 3, you're going to complete your initial version and turn in your code. Day 4, you're going to brainstorm improvements. How do you make it better? How do you make it faster? How do you make it more efficient? And then you're going to start developing your final version. On day 5, you will turn in your final version of your code, and day 6 you're going to put all of this together in a 6-page portfolio that you will turn in on Canvas. So these are the Canvas submissions. On the second day you're going to turn in your pseudocode. It's going to be a text box. Just copy and paste your text from the pseudocode. It needs to be the entire template. On day 3 you're going to download your initial version of your program. It's going to be a .vrblocks file, and then you're going to submit that. I will have it restricted to allow only VR blocks. Then on day 5 you'll submit your final version of your code by downloading VR blocks, and then on day 6 you're going to turn in your 6-page portfolio. So you'll need to run this simulation, vr.vex.com. These are 2 videos about making functions and using print codes. Take notes on how to use these. So that's what I need you to do. On your print console, you need to report basically exactly what it shows you how to do. Also, when you're watching the videos, if you go to the little gear at the bottom, you can speed me up. I tend to talk a little bit slow, so speed me up. These are the 2 tasks you can choose from. If you're new to programming, you want to choose task 1. If you're an experienced programmer, choose task 2. But again, the point is to use functions. Don't just hard code everything. Use functions. So the first things you need to do for all of your programs is you add a comment block with your name and a comment block with the activity. And then you're going to set the pen color to green, and you're going to place the pen down. This is going to trace your path as you progress through the maze so I can see how your robot moved. And then you need to add set precision to 0.1 on your print settings, and then you're going to choose disk mover as the playground environment. It will look like what you see at the right. This is what it looks like. These are the colored goals that each task talks about. Then you're going to think about how you're going to do this. So you write your pseudocode. Here's an example of what your pseudocodes should look like, thinking about funk music and Bootsy Collins. But you're going to have these headings and then fill it in with your pseudocode. Remember, pseudocode is an English description of what your code is going to do. It's not the actual code. Submit your pseudocode in Canvas. It will only allow you to paste text in that submission. As you progress, be sure you're doing these things. So make sure you're getting screenshots of what you're attempting to do. So the point is to demonstrate the use of functions. So you need to think about repetitive tasks. So send the time and location information to the print console, and the tutorial shows you how to do that. Trace your path in green pen. When you're done, screenshot the playground to show how your robot completed the task, and I should see the disks in the goals. Save your print console data stream as a text file, and save your code as a VR blocks file as you go. That way you can stop and start at your convenience. Use a naming convention from the previous assignments. The first part of the name is the project number, In this case, it's going to be ie31c, and the dash is going to be the version number, and then the next one is your last name and first initial. I have several students that are turning in the file with my name on it, so please use your name. Thank you. For your initial version, you just get it to work, save the required information, the screenshot, the print console, and your code. And remember, choose File, Save to your device to save your code. You're going to submit your code in Canvas at the assignment for your initial version. Then you're going to develop your final version, and once you get that done, you're going to save it to your device and save your screenshot and your print console text. Okay. Be sure and note how you made it faster. That's part of your final submission. Then you're going to submit your code for your final version. You're going to determine improvements like this. You take the initial time minus the final time. That's going to tell us the difference between the two and divide it by the initial time. Multiply that by 100, and that will give us a percentage. You don't have to, just go to 1 decimal place on your percent improvement. Don't go to 9 decimal places. This is a template I have provided for the 6-page portfolio. You can just download this template and fill it in and turn it in. Or you can use it as a model and choose your own color scheme and fonts and all that kind of fun stuff, depending on how much time you want to spend on it. Let's review what's going to be in the slideshow. Slide 1 is going to be a copy and paste of your pseudocode. Since it includes all the title information, you don't need to have a title slide. Slide 2 is going to be data from your initial version. Slide 3 will be data from your final version. Slide 4 is going to be a list of improvements you made to produce your final version. Slide 5 is going to show your percent improvement. Slide 6 is going to be your conclusion question response. Use the title and 2-column layout for your conclusion question. Here's the conclusion question that you have to put in there. Again, I gave you a template on this, so you can just use that and modify it as you wish. That's where, and the final thing you're going to do is turn in your 6-page portfolio as PDF. That's it.